Hi, this is Abhilash from Computer Science Department, Usmania University. I am going to talk about the Microsoft Robotics Studio. Robot, what does this sense to you whenever you hear of it? A mechanical device which performs series of actions automatically, of course under human supervision. But technically, robot is any system consisting of sensors and actuators which are responsible for electronic communication. The word robotics has been first introduced by Isimov. Since the time when the robotics was introduced, several advancements have been taking place. Microsoft Robotics Studio, which has been introduced in December 2006, is a phenomenal advancement in this sector. We can understand robotics considering a simple robot, mobile robot. In this, there are two sides, a computer side and a robot side. On the computer side, we have wireless communication sector, and the other thing is the robot control interface. On the robot side, we have wireless communication system, a sensor, and transport for the transportation purpose, a motor, and a camera for the visual purpose. The language which is used to implement the Microsoft Studio is .NET, but there are other options like manage C++, Visual Basic, and Iron Python. Suppose let us consider the core features of the Microsoft Studio. There are the concurrency, coordination, runtime, the decentralized system, software system protocol, and the simulation environment. Coming to CCR, a robot has to do different tasks concurrently. Whenever I say concurrency, you'll feel of threads and semaphores, right? Programming of this is not only difficult, but also the development and debugging is expensive. The Microsoft Robotics Studio has provided a privilege, that is, we don't need to do any concurrent programming. It has provided a package, that is a CCR, which is designed with the .NET framework. In this, there is a queue, which is the first in, first out logic. It has all the services queued in it. Each service is sent to a arbiter, which demultiplexes it and sends to a handler where the service is serviced. And the next one is the decentralized software system protocol. The main objective of this package is to provide the encoding appropriate and also the communication between the ports of individual services possible. And the next thing is the simulation environment. The simulation environment is very crucial, and it resembles the real world. It has everything in it. It is a perfect physics simulation. It has all the real world constraints like the coefficient of friction, mass, and also action and reactions, exactly the same as the real world. Using this, you can create any environment. You can create an entity which comprises a body. That is, you can create obstacles, grass, and anything you want. There are several tutorials provided in the Robotics Studio for beginners to understand it. And for poor learners, it has provided a visual programming language. That is, you don't need to know only .NET. It's okay if you understand the visual programming language. Whenever the program is run, it is converted into the C#, and an execution is done. And now, let's talk about the advantages of the Microsoft Robotics Studio. Whenever you want to verify a code, you don't need to really have a robot and an environment. You can test your code just in the simulated environment. So it is very cheap and not at all expensive. This has made the Robotics Studio very popular. So using this Microsoft Robotics Studio, it may be possible that you may have robots in your households in your near future. Thank you.